welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. It's a sad day for Rolex GMT 16710 owners here in Japan. For pretty much any pre-ceramic GMT owner here in Japan, life used to be great for us when it comes to the RSC policies concerning bezel inserts. That's one of the things I love about the 16710, the different looks you can achieve. You can go for the Pepsi look. You can go for the Coke, the all black. You can get the different bracelets, the Jubilee, the Oyster, 6 different looks. And again, all sanctioned through Rolex. Now, the policy changed a little bit along the way. First, it was really great. You would pay for the service charge to change out the bezel and the new bezel, and the service charge was about $50 and the new bezel about $100, so about $150 USD, and you'd get the old one back. And then things got a little worse, meaning a little more strict, and you had to pay 40% of the new bezel to get the old bezel back. So it upped the price to about $200 USD, but still life was good. You had the freedom to achieve those different looks. Again, all sanctioned by RSC. And I know that you can go through eBay and you can buy these bezel inserts on the gray market and you can change them out yourself. But you know, by taking your watch to RSC, you could get them to do it. You could know for a fact that you had an authentic insert. You got the paperwork. It was just kind of a good experience. Well, those days are over, all right? And you can't do that at all anymore. Things are about as strict as you can imagine here in Japan, just like it was in other parts of Asia. Southeast Asia, for example. They were really strict, and now Rolex is too. Thank you, Rolex Japan. You know, they were probably forced to do this by Rolex Geneva. So now you can only change out your bezel insert for the color it was born with, and you can't get the old one back. So if your watch was born a Coke, then you can get a new Coke insert. You'll lose your old Coke insert, and that's it. You're not going to be able to achieve that Pepsi look or the all black. And that is so unfortunate, all right? Now, what they'll do is they'll check to see how the watch was produced, how it came out of the factory. And the one caveat is that if they have your watch registered in their system and you've gotten the bezel inserts in the past, then you can bring your old bezel insert and they'll change it out, which, you know, I mean, you can have that done anywhere. So because I'm in the system, I could take my 16710 and one of the inserts I got through RSC and they would change it out. Now, the cost is kind of crazy. 13,200 yen just for that. So, yeah. All good things must come to an end, and they did here in Japan, and that sucks. Now, the reason I know about this policy change is because I made a phone call to RSC yesterday, and the reason I called is to find out if you could get the different bracelets for the modern GMT Master 2s, the 126710s, and you can. They're really expensive. If you want to get the Oyster bracelet, is 280,000 yen and change. The Jubilee is 311,000 yen and change, and that's with tax and possibly a service charge as well. So thousands of dollars, but at least you can do it. And I'll leave you with a bit more bad news. All right, so RSC used to be very close to Tokyo Station, and it was great to go there. I mean, it was an experience, and it was nice, and they had magazines and books, and you could really talk with the people behind the counter and the watchmakers, and you know, I saw the inside of my 16600 ticking away. I saw blister packs of bezel inserts, and it was just that one-on-one experience. And That's not the case anymore. They closed that RSC and it's gone, and there's not another one open, all right? They relocated and they're doing the services in a different part of Tokyo, an area called Toyocho, I think, all right? It doesn't matter because you're not going to be going there, and I'm not either, because they don't receive customers. To do anything through RSC, you have to go through an authorized dealer. You need to go by one of these shops with like a service counter, and then they'll send your watch there. And this is a terrible thing because it just puts another person in between you and the watchmaker. So yeah, just a video of mostly bad news. And you know, this is such an unfortunate series of events and really drastically affects life as a Rolex owner in Tokyo. And it was so much better in the past, and those days are gone. And it really is a shame, and I wish they didn't have to ruin things. But there you go. Let me know what you think about all these changes. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.